Hello, I'm Kristina and I come from the country of Estonia, which is a Baltic country. I will introduce you a curious case of a monument that has become a symbol of discord constantly affecting the Estonian society. And I'm interested in the mechanisms of the social processes in Estonia, and I'm interested in relation of memory to history. I dedicated 3 years of my life to a case study of the so-called Bronze Soldier Monument in Tallinn. I will give you some background information about the context of my artistic practice. Here is the monument in its prominent location in the center of Tallinn, capital of Estonia, erected in 1947 as an obligatory element in the Stalinist city planning. And it's an instrument of Soviet power. It is also a grave marker of the tomb of the Red Army soldiers. So this is where Estonia is on the map, just next to Russia. And historically, Estonia became first independent in 1918. And then in 1940, according to the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, Estonia became part of the Soviet Union. And after the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1991, Estonia became an independent country again. What is important is to know that Estonia is only 1,300,000 of inhabitants, and we have a large Russian-speaking minority in the country, and many of these people are deprived of political rights, and they are carrying a status of non-citizens of Estonia. So we have 2 major communities identifying themselves through incompatible interpretations of history, notably the aftermath of the World War II. The vectors of confrontations collide in one object in public space, the Bronze Soldier Monument. So for the majority of non-Estonians, it's an utterly positive symbol of victory over the Nazi Germany. The soldier statue is a good positive symbol to identify with. It means that Russians came to Estonia as heroes and liberators. And in the re-independent Estonia, the monument became a symbol of the Russian identity and the Russian community. But for most of the Estonians, this soldier in Red Army uniform associates with the Soviet occupation and repressions that followed it, and the losing of national freedom. Every year, the members of the Russian Memory Collective traditionally celebrate the 9th of May Victory Day festivities in front of the Bronze Soldier Monument. These celebrations constitute a whole local Russian culture with all attributes of culture, with rituals, singing Soviet wartime songs, and bringing flowers to the monument, and so on. So these visual manifestations of Russian identity, this culture, is a priori alien to Estonians, bearers of different temperament, different culture based on different values. You may say the biggest value for Estonians is their national independence. The Russian Victory Day festivities were and still are a subject to mockery in the Estonian media. Sometime in 2006, the Bronze Soldier becomes a constant source of conflict between Estonian ultranationalists and the Russian-speaking defenders of the monument. Here you see Estonian new Nazis, so you may call them, waving Estonian flag in front of the monument. And very soon it becomes an agenda of a rightist party's election campaign in March 2007. The Prime Minister candidate promises to relocate the Bronze Soldier if elected, and he wins the elections. And he fulfills his promise 2 weeks after having been inaugurated, which happened to be less than 2 weeks before the Russian Victory Day. The statue was transported 2.5 kilometers away to the military cemetery, as well as the bones from the underneath of the monument. By this act, Russians were made potentially invisible for Estonians. And this symbolic act of marginalization was perceived as a provocation by the Russians, especially the timing of it, just before their Victory Day. Two so-called Bronze Nights of rioting followed the relocation of the monument on the streets of Tallinn. And according to the Estonian media, it all ended up as a successful police operation, and the government won the media war at the international level as well. But in the Estonian media, the whole Russian community was claimed to have shown its real face as mere criminals, people of no values and no culture. And what happened to the territory, the former location of the Bronze Age monument, is that it's officially now a usual park, and the 9th of May is a usual day. But somehow Russian people still keep coming to this empty place with the flowers and candles. But now to commemorate the events of 2007, when the monument in its previous meaning was destroyed by the state's power. And I used my artistic skills to visualize the phantom monument existing in people's minds in that usual park on Europe Day, or a usual day. I painted it gold to stress the shift of meaning. And on 9th of May this year, I brought the life-size golden replica of the monument to the bronze soldiers' former location, where there were people with flowers totally surprised by this epiphany. And here you see some documentary photographs of the event. And the Russian people were happy with this monument, but the police decided to react, and they took the statue away, and I was taken to the police station to give explanations. And as an epilogue, I want to say that there's a new law under discussion now in the Estonian parliament that would give much more power to the police and to limit remarkably the freedom of speech. One could soon get imprisoned for giving false information